Hello students, welcome to Pathak's Computer Academy online classes. In the previous video, we learned about the basic concept of cascading style sheet, where we learned the various types of CSS, the various types of selectors, and the basic concept of CSS. Today, we will see the basic functionality that you can incorporate to the HTML tags with the help of CSS. So let's start with the basic one, how to color a text. We already discussed in HTML, but here with the help of CSS, how we can color a text, we will see. So we already know that there are predefined colors or RGB values or hexadecimal value can be given for a particular color. So what is to be done? You have to just give a color attribute, or you can say that property, and then the value. Okay, here what I have done in inline selector I have chosen. Okay, you can do as per your convenience. Now next one is background. If you want to change the color of the background either of a text or a paragraph or a whole page, that can be done with the help of background hyphen color. Okay, so here I have done a paragraph styling background color is equal to blue. So Himanshu, the text of the color will be the default, that is black, but the background of that text will be in blue. Next one is opacity. Opacity means transparency. Here in my PPT, you can see something. My logo is designed JP. Okay, but I have given the opacity to the minimum. That should be a from 0 to 1. If there will be a value 0, then the total transparency will be shown and nothing will be appear in your web page. And if there is a 1, then the normal, whatever the image or text have the visibility, that will be shown. But between these, whatever the value you have given, based on that value, the transparency will be shown. Here, I have given the opacity is equal to 0.3. Okay. And other than this, if you want to insert an image to the background of the page, to the background of the text or the paragraph, that can be also possible with the help of what? Background image. But you have to pass on a function that is known as URL, and in URL you have to give the path of that image. Clear? Now next one is border. Always you can or you use various borders when you type letter, document, anything. So for border, you can style any border like dotted, dashed, solid, or double. As the name suggests, that will shown as per the information. Dotted, it should look like this. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Dashed means something, a line, small line. Solid, it should look like this. Double, it should look like double line. Okay. So that can be achieved with the help of border style. Other than this, you can also choose width and color as well of a border. Otherwise, the color of whatever the color of the text, that will be the default color of the CSS border. Okay. So width can be achieved with the help of border width, and the value can be given in pixel, point, centimeter, and many more. Here I have given the border width is in pixel, and this is the prescribed manner in pixel form, 5px. Okay, and border style is dotted. Clear? And other than this, there is also one more attribute that is known as border color, where you can give a particular color, either a predefined color name in RGB value or in hexadecimal value. So here I have given border color colon red. Border color is the property and red is the value. Clear? So through this, you can achieve a border in your web page. Next one is margin. As the name suggests, it is the space between the text and the border. What the space you want to pick between your text and the border. Okay, something like this. This is the border, and whatever the value you have given. Okay, so this from left, up, right, and down. Okay, that's why there are 4 values from top, what the distance you want to maintain, from bottom, from right, and from left. Clear? And if you don't want to give these things, you can achieve a shorthand using this. You have to give only a property named margin, colon. After that, you have to supply 4 values. And that value will define, first value define the top, second value is bottom, third is right, and fourth is left. Okay. Other than this, you can give in percentage or point or centimeter also. Clear? Now next one is height and width. Again, in the margin is related to the distance between the text or content and the border. But here the height and width related to the particular element. What height and what width you want to specify. Okay. That's why here you can see that one line is written over here. What the height and width property do not include padding, borders, or margins. Okay, clear? And the same thing is given. The value can be given auto or any length based on px centimeter, percentage, initials. What initial? Whatever the default value of a particular text or content or element. And next one is inherit. Inherit means they occupy the properties of the parent class. Okay. So here you can see that I have given a value div. Okay. Div is used for divide your web page in different parts. Okay. Header, footer, main content, left, right, etc. Okay. So this div, for div, the height is 20 px and width is 50%. Next one is outline. It look like a border, but there is a difference. What is the difference? This specify the arrangement or look of the outside of the border. Okay. And the same thing is will be happen like border style, border color, and border width. There will be a outline style, outline color, outline width. And the value is again the same: dotted, dashed, solid, double. Again, outline width will give the width of a particular outline which you want to specify. Other than this, you can also give a particular value, and that value is thin. Thin will be equivalent to 1 px, medium will be equivalent to 3 px, and thick equivalent to 5 px. And again, outline color is used for coloring of the outline. Okay. You always heard about, please outline this particular line of the paragraph. For that purpose, this is going to be used. Now, next one is very important, fonts. And in fonts, there are a lot of things that you can make. But in your course, you have to learn only 3 things, that is font face, known as font family. Which font you want to include: Times Roman, Arial, Courier New, etc. Next one is font size. Again, as the name suggests, if you want to increase or decrease the size of the font, you can do this. And after that, font style. In MS Word, you have use more oftenly. Like you want to do a bold or italic or underline. These can be achieved with the help of font style. So in font family, there are basically 5 categories, and that category are categorized into these things: serif, sans serif, monospace, cursive, and fantasy. In serif, you can see a small stroke on each edge of the letter. In sans serif, there is a clean letter. There is no such edges are shown. In monospace, you look like a computerized or mechanical letters. In cursive, as the name suggests, look like a handwriting. And in fantasy, there are decorative or playful fonts. I have given some example. Here you can see that. Serif, like Times New Roman, here you can see that there is a small edges after each letter. Okay. But in sans serif, there is simple one: Arial, Verdana. Monospace, I have told you that it should look like mechanical. Here you can see that, like look like typewriter. Okay. Cursive look like handwriting, and fantasy look like decorative or playful. So you can choose any one of them. I have given this example for you. What? For H1, for header 1, you will choose sans serif. I have not specified any particular sans serif font. Whatever the by default font of a sans serif in your computer or supported by your browser, that font will be taken by the web browser and it will shown on header 1. Same thing I have done for H2 and for paragraph. Wherever the paragraph is located in your web page, that font will be look like monospace, mechanical. Okay. Next one is font size, and font size can be given in pixels or in percentage. Other than this, there are also some values like extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, very extra large, smaller, larger. Okay, you can choose any of them. Here I have given two examples in pixel and in value, small. Okay. Now the font style, you can give the value italic, oblique or normal. And in this example, you can easily see that for header 2, I have given italic. For paragraph, I have given oblique. And for header 4, I have given normal. So I think it is very clear to you. Now, the next one is very much confusing, or you can say that it is very much important. That is CSS float. So what it means? Float property is a positioning property, and it's generally used when there is an image as well as there are some text, and you want to occupy the same stage of image as well as for text. But you have to be very careful that elements are floated only horizontally. So it means from left to right, not for up to down. Clear? That cannot be possible. Okay. So the property can have left, right, none, inherit. Okay. Here you can easily confirm what the float all about. Here, float left. So what I have done that image should be in the left side of the text. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, if I have not included the float property, it look like this. There is an image, and after that, there is a line break, and here the text will show. This area will be vacant out. But you want to utilize that area. So how could it will be possible? With the help of float property. I have given image should be in right. So it look like this. Content will be appear on the left and the image will be appear on the right side. Clear? Next one is alignment. You always done that. Left alignment, justify, right alignment. Okay. Center. That can be achieved with the help of text align property. Okay. Here for H1, I have given center. For H2, I have given left. So that's all for the properties that you have to be learned in class 10 standard. Other than this, there are a lot of things that you can learn in CSS, but that will come in the next class or in the next year, either 11th or 12th. Now I am going to give you the example or practical approach. I have already created a file where I have put everything that I discussed today. Right click, open in the notepad. Here what I have done here, I have included in the paragraph one image and some text to achieve float, to give you the example for the float positioning of the content. So here a logo will appear and the text. So in the internal style sheet, I have given image float is equal to left. So what will happen? It will happen that image will shown on the left and the text will appear on the right. Okay. After that, for H1, color is equal to red, border style is equal to dotted. Okay. For H2, so Himanshu Pathak, coloring will be done on red and the border style will shown on dotted. And what will be the color of the border? The color of the text. Why? Because it will take the default color of the text, and color of the text is red. Clear? Okay. I'm going to run and then discuss one by one. Otherwise, you will confuse what is happening. This will run everything at once, but I will discuss one by one. Don't worry. So here you can see that in the left side, logo will appear and the text will shown on the right. Okay. Now you can change the value. Then we will see what will happen. I'm not going to show you. I have written right. Save the file and now refresh the page. Now, what will happen? The image are shown in the right side and in the left side, the text will appear. So I think float property is now very clear to you. And the next, what I have done? I have done Himanshu Pathak in color red and the border should look like dotted. And the color of the border is now red. I have not given any color, but it will take the default color of the text as I discussed in the PPT section. Now, next one. Background color is equal to yellow for H2. So MCA MTech will shown in yellow color. Here you can see that. Again, the color of the border is black. Why? Because the text of the color is black. I have given the width of that border is 0.5 px. Here you can see that 5 px. And the style is solid. Again, in the next paragraph, I have chosen the font size is equal to 20 px, border style is equal to double, and border color is equal to green. So here you can see the change. Border color is green. Assistant professor, computer science will be written over here, okay, in 20px, and border size is equal to double. That's why here you can see that there are double border is shown. Okay. Next one is I have done the opacity is equal to 0.3. That's why United Group of Institution, you can see a very highlighted one here because the transparency is very low. Now I'm going to change 0.6. Here you can see that something brighter value will be shown. Here, United Group of Institution. Now you can read easily. Next one is outline style is equal to dashed, outline width is equal to 5px, and outline color is equal to pink. So these three effects are shown here. Dashed, here this is dotted, but here is dashed. And this is outline. This is border. Now, Pathak's Computer Academy will be shown in italic form and in color green. Here you can see that. And at last, color is equal to blue, font size is equal to 20px. This is now done everything from the slide. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed the CSS section. Whether I discussed in the previous lecture the basics of CSS, and today whatever the property that you can incorporate in the CSS, and it will shown on the web page. In the next class, we will start unit 3, that is cyber ethics. Okay. For learning this, I recommend you that go through with my lectures under class 9th, where I have taught cyber security. Okay. After that, you can understand what is cyber ethics. Clear? Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.